Hi. Oh, are you supposed to say hi? Athletics today are held to a rather high regard. Professional athletes earn millions of dollars in one season, while teachers and men and women who serve our country often make less than $50,000 a year. There have been debates that payments for athletics should occur at the collegiate level, that athletes help promote the school and generate enough money that they too should be paid. But is this true? Do collegiate athletes truly benefit the school in such a magnitude that they need to be paid? Why should they be paid? And just as importantly, why should they not be paid? Collegiate athletes have many responsibilities and are often held to higher standards than just normal college students. They practice daily, they have weights, as well as mandatory study halls on top of their games. They have plays to memorize, oftentimes have curfews and many extra rules. And sometimes, with success, they get no holiday breaks and less time to see their families. All of this is on top of being a normal college student. With this busy schedule, they have no time for a job and therefore no supplementary income outside of what they may receive with Pell Grants. So working full-time, especially in season, is not possible. And out of season, they have workouts to keep up with, as well as the plays and everything else to keep in mind. Keeping a job outside of the season is also difficult. While they have no income, the school generates many money from athletics, from their games to apparels and oftentimes video games or advertisements. While the athletes' names aren't actually used in the video games or their apparel, their hometown, their number, their looks, and their position and stats are often used, implying that athlete is being represented with that person. And again, because the name of the athlete isn't on the jersey or isn't on the game, they do not have to be paid. So they play a sport for the school, but yet in return they make no money. While others may argue that a scholarship is money. While the money isn't in their hand, it goes directly to the school to pay for tuition or meal plans, random school fees, and textbooks. So some see this as a payment. It's just that the athlete, like I said, never has the money in hand. While they receive no cash, there are many other benefits outside of having their schooling paid for. They receive athletic trainers and physical therapists there to help them with their injuries and many other needs. They also have nutritionists to make sure they're eating healthy. And they also have academic counselors and tutors to help them with their schoolwork. They have free professional coaching and strength and conditioning fitness to help them prepare them for the next level if that's what they wish to do. And more importantly, if they do wish to try to reach the next level, they have the exposure. Pro leagues and other coaches will see them and their potential and won't just have to go by ear on their ability. This will lead to a higher percentage of collegiate athletes being signed with contracts and making more money. And also, if payments were to begin in athletics at the collegiate level, how would they be paid? What system would be worked out? What sports would be paid for? Because only football, men and women's basketball are the only profit sports at the collegiate level. So would only these three sports be paid, and what would happen to all the other sports? If only these three get paid, you also obviously have the jealousy factor. And then if you were to spread the funds out throughout all the athletics, the sums would be rather low, which would also make the other sports angry because the ones who are making the money aren't necessarily getting the money. Not only this, but this would lower the school's funds to grow and expand with the money that they raise through athletics. And it also brings into account, should the NCAA be the ones paying the athletes, as they are a non-for-profit organization yet make millions of dollars a year through the collegiate level athletics. And also, would athletics at the collegiate level receive bonuses like their coaches when they have success? Not only how much or which athletes should be paid, but where to get the money from. NCAA programs are often perceived as being multi-million-dollar industries, but the truth is that the expenses rack up just as quickly as the profits are coming in. And in 2012, only 23 out of 228 Division I NCAA programs actually made a profit before using subsidies from other parts of the school, such as pulling from other students' tuitions and the random fees in order to keep the athletics program alive. Paying athletes will likely cause either a hike in tuition or the dropping of many non-for-profit sports, such as volleyball or other women's sports. The most plausible argument that many will present when talking about whether collegiate athletes should be paid is that you are a student athlete, student comes first, You attend college for an education and to better yourself for the future. Playing a sport is simply a privilege and a benefit. It's not a priority. You are there to receive a degree for life after college. This is not a minor league, and it's a place to better the minds of our future citizens. So after many hours of research, it's now apparent that many schools go above and beyond to keep their athletic programs alive and running. Without subsidies pulling from other parts of the school, many programs would not exist, and paying collegiate athletes would cause negative effects to both schools and the students with tuition hikes and other athletic program drops. At the end of the day, a person debating a side in the argument must choose which is more important, athletics or education.